my channel and thank you so much for watching. So you guys asked for a blue smoky eye, so I think I delivered a blue smoky eye. I wanted to do something different than what I've done in the past. I have 2 blue smoky eye tutorials that I've previously filmed, so I will have those linked down below. But for today I wanted to do an icy blue. I wanted to do a baby blue, kind of like a teal minty type of blue. So I am so obsessed with the way that this eye look came out. A bunch of you guys, after I posted my May favorites, you guys wanted to see a blue smoky eye, so I did it for you guys. I really wasn't planning on doing a colorful tutorial anytime soon because I feel like they're not as useful as a neutral eye, but so many of you guys wanted to see something colorful and wanted to see something sparkly and dramatic. So here you go. I did this look for you guys. Now this is not going to be your everyday go-to look, definitely not, but this is definitely something that can be worn a day that you want to step out of your comfort zone. You're going maybe to an outside concert and you want to wear something bold and bright now for the summertime, or you can wear it to dinner, whatever makes you feel comfortable. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to tag me in your recreations. I love seeing them, just like I love when you guys Snapchat me. They are the funniest, most hilarious snaps, and I have some really good conversations with a lot of you guys. So everything is always linked down below, all of my social media. And if you guys do follow me on Snapchat, you guys already saw this look because I always give little sneak peeks of my videos. So if you're not following me on there, make sure that you do. And that's it. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye. Alrighty, you guys, so my eyelids are already primed. The first color I'm going to be taking is Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee, and this is kind of like a medium brown. It's a couple of shades darker than my skin tone, and I'm popping this on the crease. Ooh, popping. I hadn't used that word in a long time, but I'm putting this on the crease, and this is going to be our transition shade. Then I'm going to take Unexpected by Makeup Geek. I love this eyeshadow when working with a blue because it makes it so easy to transition. It is amazing. And this blue that I'm doing is in the cool tone, so this is going to be our perfect transition shade because this is a very mauvey cool tone type of dusty brown, if that makes any sense. So I'm putting that all over the crease. And then I'm going to go in with the color Peacock, and this is also by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the most beautiful sea blue. I think that's how you describe it. It's kind of like a sea blue. It's a little bit darker than the sky, but it is just a beautiful blue. And I'm going to put this all over my crease from inner corner to outer corner. I first took it with a Sigma E25 and I packed it tight on that crease, and then I went in with a Sigma E35, which is a little bit more tapered and it's a lot more fluffy than the E25, and I'm just going to blend this up into that crease, but I'm going to make sure to not take it too high up because I don't want to look like I have a black eye. So again, I'm going to take the E25, I'm going to put that in from the inner corner to the outer corner, and then I'm going to go in with the E35 and I'm just going to blend it out and smoke it out. Now it will look a little bit messy at first, but I promise it comes together. So I'm going to go back in with that brush that we use, Creme Brulee, and I'm just going to blend everything out to make sure there are no harsh lines. If you want, you can use a little bit more of Uninterrupted, but I just took Creme Brulee because it was just what I had in front of me, to be honest. So now I'm going to take a black eye pencil. This one is I don't know, I think this was the L'Oreal one. I could be wrong. And I'm just practically putting this really low in that lid because I really want the blue eyeshadow I'm going to be applying next, which is this one by ColourPop. This is in the shade Taco Tuesdays. So I'm putting this all over my lid, and by applying a dark base under, it's really going to make that color pop and it's going to make it a lot more intense. Now you don't have to use a black if you don't want to. You can definitely go in with a blue, but I feel like black really makes that color pop and it intensifies it. So I'm just applying this color all over my crease, all the way up to the crease. And then I'm going to go back in with that E35, no, not the E35, the E25, and I'm going to just really blend out that crease to make sure that both colors kind of match and they're together and that you can't tell where each color starts and ends. Take your time blending. I promise you guys it will make a huge difference in the way the eyeshadow turns out at the end. So now you want to go ahead and take a makeup wipe and just kind of clean out the edges. I always line it up at the outer corners and I bring it up towards that brow, and it automatically gives me like a cat eye and it cleans everything up and everything looks a lot more neat. So then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take Pegasus by Makeup Geek, and this is one of their newer foiled shadows. And what I'm doing with this color is I'm putting this in the center of the lid, and this is going to give the look a little bit of shimmer, nothing too crazy. If you want, you can definitely stop here, but you guys know me, I have to go all in or I don't do anything at all. So I'm taking Sugar by ColourPop. It is a beautiful silver with blue undertones. It is incredibly amazing and so pigmented. I'm taking it with a MAC 242, and again I am putting this in the center of the lid, but then I realized that it applies better with the finger, so I went in with my finger and I applied some more. You guys, this color is amazing. It's so beautiful. And then once I have that on the center of the lid, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that peacock eyeshadow just to make sure that everything is blended. So go ahead and give yourself a coat of mascara. This is the MAC Extended Play Kika Black Lash Mascara, one of my favorites. And then I'm going to go in with lashes. These are the Cocoa Lashes in Foxy. And look at these lashes. Need to say more. These lashes are like House of Lashes iconic, but on steroids. So moving on to the face, for primer, I am using my Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield Primer. Love this primer because it is a sunblock, a primer, and a treatment in one. So can we talk about this brush? This is a Sedona Lace 480 brush. Love this brush for applying foundation. And today I'm using the MAC NC35 Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. This brush made my foundation application, that rhymed, but this brush made my application so smooth. I love this brush because it packs on the product because the bristles are so dense and they're kind of short, so it was amazing. I love this brush. I'll have it linked down below, just like all of the other brushes, because you guys have been asking me to start linking the brushes. So I will start doing that for you guys. So now I'm going to take my Kevyn Aucoin concealer. This is the Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX05, which is equivalent to a MAC NW20. And I'm first putting this under the eyes with a brush, and then I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and really blend it out. Now, I know it looks like I have a lot of concealer on, but I promise you guys, the Beauty Blender, especially when it's wet, it absorbs a lot of the excess product. So don't be scared to go a little bit heavy-handed with your concealer, because I promise you guys, especially if you use a Beauty Blender, it will absorb everything. And how amazing is this concealer? I mention it in almost every single video, and it is awesome. So I did highlight a little bit on the center of my face because the under eyes were pretty intense. So I took MAC's Light Boost pen and I just highlighted, you know, my T-zone area and a little bit on the jawline. And then again, I blended it out with the damp Beauty Blender. But when it came to the jawline, I actually took the foundation brush because I didn't want it to be too white. So the foundation brush will be better than the Beauty Blender, because whatever foundation is actually left is going to mix in with the Light Boost pen, so it's not going to be a stark white highlight. So now I'm going to set the under eyes. I'm using my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. This powder has been my holy grail for the past 2 months. I literally cannot put this down. So I'm going to let this kind of cook, bake, you know the drill, and I'm going to do my eyebrows in the meantime. And then I did wipe off the powder, and now we're going to bronze. So I'm taking the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer, or Pro Bronze Fusion, I don't really know the name, and I'm going to just use this to bronze my skin. I am in the shade 30 30M, I believe, or 30I. I'm not really sure because I just got it, but I really like it because it's a really subtle bronzer. And then I went in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I took the middle shade in the palette and I only apply this to the outer edges of the hollows of the cheeks just to give my face some definition and to really slim it down. So as you guys can see, I'm only applying this product in the outer edges. So now I took that peach color also from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm using this peach shade to really clean up the contour. And I really have been loving this peach shade because it's not as white as the other ones, so it's not going to make the contour look too harsh. It's really going to blend it out, and especially in pictures, it's not going to look like your foundation does not match because it's too white. So now for blush, I'm taking NARS Orgasm. I love this blush, and I just forgot how much I loved it. So I brought it out today, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm applying that to the apples of the cheeks and bringing it back. And then for my favorite part ever, I am taking a kind of a face powder, and I'm smoothing this powder all over my face, and this is going to give the skin an airbrush finish. It's going to make sure that everything blends evenly, and it is just amazing. I love this step. I will talk more about it in my highlights and contour video that I have coming up. So now to highlight, I'm taking Becca's Opal with a fan brush, and I'm putting this in the tops of my cheekbones. Love this highlight. It's super pigmented. You can definitely use something a little bit more cool tone, but I just love Opal because it's so pigmented. And I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I also put a little bit on the Cupid's bow. So I went back in with Peacock and I applied this tightly on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with Taco one more time. I feel like I'm saying that weird. Taco. Oh, by the way, I also aligned the outer corner with my bottom lash line just to make sure that everything is kind of connected. And then I'm going to go in with that blue shade we applied all over the lid with a pencil brush, and I'm really going to smoke it out in the lower lash line. So now you want to take either a blue, a white, or even a black eye pencil. I chose to do a teal aqua. So what I did to create that color was I went in with a blue pencil, and then I went in right on top of it with a white. And this is going to create a beautiful aqua minty color. They're both from the drugstore. One is NYX Milk and the other one is Aqua Fashion, I think, by Milani. And then I re-intensified the lower lash line with a little bit more of Peacock, and I applied some mascara to my lower lashes. I went in with Makeup Geek's Shimma Shimma to my brow bone just to clean everything up and just kind of tie the whole look together. So now we're moving on to the lips. I took MAC's Strip Down Lip Pencil and I lined my whole entire lips with this lip pencil, and I actually overlined my lips just a tiny bit for this look. I then took the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Milkshake, which is one of my favorite nude pinky type of lips, and this color, it is so pigmented and it stays on all day. And then to top it off, I went with the MAC Oyster Girl lip gloss. I almost forgot the name. I topped it off with the MAC Oyster Girl lip gloss, and then of course after everything is done, you have to set your makeup. So I'm taking MAC's Fix Plus. So that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys very soon with another video. Bye!